Not going to lie, we are still stacked with guns from that last Marabunta war. But once this Vagos thing kicks off, then we'll kind of go from there. Although I think it's going to be a slaughter.
What's the Vagos thing?
We're going to go and expand. We're going to expand our territory. So if you, when you leave here, if you want to drive up, down Roy Lowenstein, basically right on the other side of this road, you're going to see king sprays, like the cosmetic sprays on their houses. That basically that small little district we want. We don't have any more houses on Brogue or Roy Lowenstein in our gang-related turf. So, you know, we've been growing quite a bit, and all of our houses are now bought up. So we're looking to just expand across the street. That's it. We're not going for Jamestown. We're not going for, like, you know, in the heart of the barrio, basically on the outside. And let's be real, bro. You want to know who lives on that row? A bunch of doctors. And I guess, like, Rust has a house in the barrio too, from what Juan told me. So the Vagos got a massive. I tried to explain to Juan that, like, this ain't personal. Obviously, you know, he countered. He's like, well, why aren't you going after GG? Why don't you take, like, the Azteca turf? Why don't you go after Ballas? Blah, blah, blah. And I told him, I said, bro, with all due respect, man, you guys are the lowest hanging fruit. You guys got the biggest territory, and you've got the smallest gang.
You're not wrong.
And, you know, with all due respect, like, the Kings are just bigger than you, and we need to expand. If you take a look at all the gang sprays in the south side forehead, you're going to see that BSK's got the smallest amount of territory down here. Obviously, we've got Cyprus, but we want to expand out and actually use the turf. This isn't like some sort of big dick thing where we're like, oh, we just want sprays. We want to buy houses there. We want to live on the other side of that train track right there. So
it makes sense.
Yeah. So it's up to Juan. He can bend the knee and just give us the 2 sprays that we're looking for so that we can buy these 3 houses that we want. We're not even going to kick the doctors out. Apparently, the doctors pay them rent to, like, live there. So I'll be taking on that rent. They can start paying BSK, and the Vagos can go ahead and start growing again. If not, then I mean, it is what it is.
I agree. I mean, listen, I think it makes sense. I think it's yeah. I mean, I would do it too, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I do kind of feel bad because I like Juan a great deal, and we haven't gone to war in over 2 years. Like, really, the first.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be war, right? You're giving the option to, like, not make it a war, right? Like, you know.
Yes. Yeah, I said I'd work out a deal. It's their choice. And he doesn't want to work out a deal. Basically, what he said is, if I would have came down on him correct, which I did, but anyway, if he said, you know, we could have given you guys the apartment complex that's over by the bridge. I don't know if you remember this SOS gang that tried to, like, take over that area.
Yeah.
So Juan was like, you know, maybe we could have worked out a deal for that. I'm like, well, if you want to put it on the table, like, I'm down to discuss some things. But then he was like, well, there's a caveat. I'm like, well, what's that? He's like, you can't actually buy any houses in there. Like, the government didn't make it so there's any rooms in those motels. It's just there. So I'm like, that doesn't fucking help us any. And then I told him, you know, we would potentially be looking to connect our sprays as well. Because if we can connect our sprays from Brogue to Cyprus, then we can defend all that area instead of it being 2 separate areas. And basically, we only need 2 sprays to do that. But I don't know what Juan is doing. I told him straight to his face in the most respectful manner. You've had Vagos for like a damn near a year, and you haven't done much. Like, the gang is just, I don't know. And I'm trying not to be a dick about it, but, like, I don't know if he's got a leadership quality in his fucking body.
The only thing is, it's gonna be hard for you to take those sprays, you know? It's gonna be
hard
for
you to destroy. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be damn near impossible because you need to have 6 people awake on the gang app. Speedy is still in control of the Vagos app. So basically, my thought process is just beat them into a pulp until Juan gives Speedy a call and tells us to transfer over the sprays we want. Because there's just no way in fuck we're going to be able to go after one. And the shitty part about it is if there's 4 Vagos awake, they can actually go after our sprays, which makes no fucking sense at all. Because we're always 6 deep during EU. I say that now, we're not at the moment, from what I can tell. I got to go on the radio because I just woke up. But, you know, once war kicks off, we're going to be like 14, 15 deep. So, I mean, it is what it is. I just hope he can just wake up, come to his senses, and just give us what we want, and then he can grow, and then come back and take that shit if that's what he wants to do. But you and I, all 3 of us, know how this shit goes. Motherfucker's been hiding for like a week. Haven't seen Vagos since. It's been 5 days.
Yeah, bro. Listen, it's gonna be hard for you to take those sprays, bro.